we're just going to get started. Excellent. So you're going to need some butter. So I've got my unsalted butter. So you can see my face, and then you can see the overhead camera as well. So, and the overhead camera should be the main picture that you're seeing. So whatever you're seeing on that picture, you're seeing in front of you as well. All right, so you need some butter. You'll need some cooking chocolate. And I noticed that I didn't write on the recipe how much cooking chocolate, but yeah, okay. So, and I've written down 225 grams because I've just got chocolate melts there. Perfect. You'll need 3 eggs. You'll need some cream of tartar. Okay, so that's not necessary, like it's not an absolute definite you have to have it, but what it does, it just makes it it makes the mixture a lot more stable. And what I mean by stable is that it doesn't split apart. So we'll go over that in a moment. Did you have some cream of tartar, Zainab? Great. Natalia, have you got cream of tartar?
The same one as yours.
Beautiful, right? Fantastic. Excellent.
Yes.
Beautiful. Good on you, darling girl. You'll need some sugar, just plain sugar. You need a little bit of cream, and you'll need some vanilla. Beautiful. All right, now in terms of equipment, you're going to need a mixing bowl, just like a plain glass one that's microwavable. So if you, yeah, can you pop that in the microwave, Zainab? Yeah. So I've got a glass bowl, but you could use a glass jug or something that you can melt your chocolate in if you melt chocolate in the
microwavable safe.
Love it. Great. All right. Fantastic. Then you'll need a stand mixer or a hand mixer. So I've got my little handy dandy machine just sitting up here. If you've got a hand mixer, that's fine. Beautiful. Well done, Zainab. Microwavable jug, a large metal spoon. So I've just got that sort of vibe. Just mine is a salad server, but that's all good. You'll need a spatula, and you'll need some glasses or some clear disposable cups. And literally, you could use it. Hang on. You could use something like that as well. Just individual servings for everyone. Yeah, beautiful. You could put the whole mixture into a big bowl, but when you scoop it out, it doesn't look quite so nice when you do it that way, because otherwise you have to scoop it out and put it into a bowl. Whereas if you do it as individuals, that's kind of a little bit better way to go. Zainab, sorry, darling. So the recipe says at the top, prep time 20 minutes. I reckon it'd probably be a little bit more for us than 20 minutes, but we'll sort of time it and see because we're going to do a few things. I think tonight it will probably be about 40, 45 minutes by the time we talk and by the time we chit-chat back and forth and do things. All right, directions. So the first thing it says, place the butter in a medium microwave safe bowl. Break the chocolate into small pieces. All right, great. Now, Natalia, do you melt chocolate in the microwave or over a stove?
In the microwave.
Great, all right, excellent. Some families, they don't use microwave for food, so that's the reason that I asked for it. So, okay, great. So we're going to measure 3 tablespoons of butter, or if you're measuring 90 grams. So 3 tablespoons of butter or 90 grams. I'm going to pop that in the we're going to pop that into your bowl. Butter into smaller pieces, and the reason we do that is just to make it melt quicker. going to put my recipe up here. Excellent. And then I'm going to get my chocolate and just put roughly 220 grams. If you've got a block of 180 grams of chocolate, that's fine as well, because we want it to melt faster. Great. Then, excellent. You're keeping your workspace nice and tidy as well, which is good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start melting our butter in the microwave. Everybody's microwaves are different. So what I've done in the recipe is made it really, really conservative. So I've said microwave in 20-second intervals. So like 20 seconds and then check. I actually would do a minute and then get your spatula and stir it around. Then 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Yeah. So and you don't want to, like step 3 says stir, allowing the residual heat in the bowl to melt the chocolate completely. So I suggest that do it for 1 minute, stir it, do it for 30 seconds, then stir it, and then take it out. Now, the glass bowl will get hot, so you do need to make sure that you've got a dry tea towel or an oven mitt to make sure that you're holding onto your bowl really securely. Number 1, it's glass. Number 2, it's hot. So I'm going to start mine now, but you just guys let me know where you're at in the process. So 1 minute and then 30 seconds. 1 minute, 30. This only actually needs a minute because the butter is melting it. So when we microwave chocolate, it looks like it's still holding solid, but it's actually fantastic. So I've stirred mine now, and it's really, I'll just give you an overhead, it's really nice and smooth now. So, and what we're going to do is we're just going to let that sit to the side for a moment. We are going to whisk our egg yolks into it, but we need it to cool down a little bit. So we're going to flick back and forward. All right, so Zainab, yeah, once yours is, don't overmix it. Just get it to the point where the butter is incorporated. What I do when I crack eggs, Mum might have a completely different system, is that I use like, hang on, do it this way. I separate my egg and I use my whole hand to do this. I just put it into there. I'm going to put my whites into one bowl, and I'm just going to put the yolks onto the chocolate mixture. So I use this as my cracking bowl. And the reason I use my cracking bowl is I don't put all of them together, so that if I get a bit of shell, I can fish it out. And also if I get a bit of yolk in the white, we can put that egg separate, because we can't use yolk in the white. Zainab.
So are you saying do you do the chocolate and put the egg now?
Yeah. So, yep. See how I've got that? Just pop that on top. Yep. Beautiful.
I love cracking eggs.
Said every child everywhere. Then I just put my whites together. Way to do something perfect. Yep. All right, so you can start breaking up the yolks and just start whisking those in. We don't want to over whisk it. We just want them to be incorporated into the chocolate mixture. I think you'll take about 30
Finished.
Oh, well done, sweetheart. So now what you're going to do is take your whisk. Now, whisking, we always hold the whisk from the top. So not like this from underneath, but over the top. And that means that we will use a different act to get as much air in as possible. But we just whisk our yolks into our chocolate mixture. Once they're done, don't overbeat them. Just move your mixture to the side. Beautiful. It's done. All right then. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to our egg whites. So you get your egg whites there. And then what you're going to do is you might want to just get another sort of separate little bowl. What we're going to do is we're going to measure half a teaspoon of our cream of tartar just into that bowl. Half a teaspoon.
I don't have half a teaspoon. I cannot find my half a teaspoon anywhere.
Find a spoon because this is not the end of the world if you don't completely right. It's half a teaspoon.
So what do I do? Like, because I don't have half a teaspoon.
One teaspoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So it's half a teaspoon. We're just going to get ready to make our meringue. So half a teaspoon just into a separate bowl on the side. And then we're going to get a quarter of a cup of sugar and add cream of tartar. 2 tablespoons of sugar as well. So a quarter of a cup plus 2 tablespoons. So a quarter of a cup plus 2 tablespoons. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pour our egg whites into a bowl. So if you're using a stand mixer, you're going to pour your egg whites into that bowl. And if you're using your hand mixer like you are, Zainab, then yep, you're ready to go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start mixing our egg whites. So we want them to be, you want to put your your mixer on the very highest setting, and we want our egg whites to be really, really frothy. Frothy.
So you're saying to just do this one, not this one?
Not yet. Don't worry about the bowl for you yet. You got that.
You cannot overwhip this one, can you?
No, you can't. That's good. That's a good comment. Just move your, yep, great. And so what we want is that you'll know that it's ready when you can start sort of making shapes in your mixture. So I'm going to turn my machine on.
Chicken sandwich.
Oh, yeah. What was it? A mayonnaise sandwich?
And bacon, but we didn't use bacon. We used like other ones.
Yum.
Let's clean up my place a little too.
All right. All right. So the next thing that we're going to do, Natalia, are you ready now? All right. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start adding our we're going to start adding the sugar, spoon at a time. So we're going to keep the machine running. So I'll just show you what to do first. So we keep adding it a spoon at a time and then wait for like 15 seconds, spoon until it's all gone. And then by that stage, our mixture should be really glossy and shiny, like shiny and glossy is the same word. And yeah, so it'll change texture just slightly, nice and whiter as well. All right.
I finished the egg
I
white.
have a question.
Yeah, far away. Hang
I
on.
finished the egg white.
Okay, what was that?
I finished the egg white.
Great. All right then. So the next thing you'll do is we're going to start adding our sugar mixture a spoon at a time. So I'll show you what I'm doing. So I've got my spoon. Are you using a stand mixer or a hand mixer? Natalia?
Hand mixer.
All right then. So you might find it easier if you're doing it on your own. You might find it easier to stop the machine, pop it down, and then put your spoon in. Or if you've got mum or someone helping you, they can spoon it in as you hold the hand mixer. So I'll just show you what I'm doing. I know it's noisy, but you can sort of see what I'm doing. So all right, so you just keep spooning it in just slowly until all of that mixture is incorporated into, all of the sugar is incorporated into the egg white. So yeah, you can't really overmix it. So great. So whenever you're ready to go, the important thing is your mixer needs to be on the highest setting. So we always start off slow and then turn it to the highest setting. All right, any questions? Good one. Top of the chocolate mixture, but I'm going to pour my egg whites, my beautiful meringue, that's what meringue is, and I'm going to pour it into a separate bowl. Oh, so good. So I'm just going to get all of that out and put it into a separate bowl because we're going to mix our cream next.
Is this good enough?
Yeah, does it, great, well that's it already. So we're going to measure out half a cup of cream into our mixing bowl, half a cup of cream. So it's not a lot. So we're just going to pour that in.
Excuse me, I'm a little thing. So we put this one in here, and what do we put the cream?
All right, so now let me just go over what I've got. I've got our chocolate mixture. I've got our egg white mixture. And then we're going to beat our cream, and we're going to add the cream So half a cup of cream and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Actually, I'm just going to use 1 tablespoon. I don't think it needs to be that sweet. We've got sweet and everything else. 1 tablespoon of sugar. So we've got half a cup of cream, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and then half a teaspoon of vanilla. Now I've lined up my 3 bowls together, and then as soon as Zainab is ready, we will put them all together. Oh, no, not for that. Great, perfect, perfect. All right, so Zainab, what I want you to do is I want you to line up your 3 bowls so everything is nice and close together. And then I want you to get your spatula. We're going to add the meringue to our chocolate. Let me get the whisk out because we're going to use a spatula. Now you can see I'm just going to mine, plop it in there, scrape as much of the meringue out. Don't want to miss any of the goodness. Now what we have done is, Zainab's so excited. What we've done is we've whipped all these beautiful micro air bubbles. We don't want to lose them. So I want you to just start folding your mixture. So folding is not beating. Folding is just slowly incorporating both of those in together. Now, Natalia, you might need to loosen your mixture even with a bit of the cream. So pop a little bit of the cream in just to loosen that chocolate up. Zainab, is your chocolate sort of firm or is it loose?
Runny.
Runny, okay. Yeah, mine's runny, but Natalia's is a little bit different. So, all right. So we're just going to, so you can see mine looks yuck at the moment, but that's all about to change. Slowly incorporating this. So just break up that meringue. It'll get like a marbled look to it, and then it'll suddenly start coming together nicely. Oh, I cannot wait for this. All right, mine is definitely starting to come together now. So make sure that you're running your spatula all the way around the edges and all the way to the bottom. Oh, this is so moussey. Oh. We're wanting to get all of that. We don't want any patches. And because the chocolate is quite thick, it will sort of head to the bottom of the bowl. So we're really wanting to make sure that you're getting all of that spatula all the way to the bottom. How's it going, Natalia? Let me know if you've got a question. All right. And then once you've, so mine is kind of, it's not completely done, but it's, I'll just show you mine in the camera. Oops, Daisy. So that's mine now. Then I'm going to add my whipped cream. How are you going there, Natalia? Are you happy with that? Yum. Yep, and you can see how it's movable still, so that's okay. Then we're going to add our whipped cream. Looking really good. So the next thing, you're going to add your whipped cream, then you're going to slowly fold all of that in. Now, we don't want to overbeat it. We're just making it so it's not, oh, yum, nice and smooth. Show you a couple of things that you can do. Now, oh, that's a nice clean glass, not. All right, as I said, you could either use a little ramekin and just pour it in, or you can use a glass. Now, if you use a glass, it's really important that we don't get it all the way around the edge. So you can either spoon your mixture in and be really slowly trying to get it so it avoids the edges. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Ziploc bag, just like this, and I'm going to pipe my mixture into my jars because I feel that I'll get a better result. So I'm just spooning my mixture into a Ziploc bag. If you've got a large funnel, you could use it doing that as well. That's another option.
Excuse me, I have something to say.
Something to
My
say.
mixture is very runny.
Yeah, it's going to set in the fridge. You know how you said, or can I eat it straight away? That's the reason you can't, well, you can eat it, but it's not set. So in the fridge, it's going to set. So it's perfect.
My mum was right there.
It's getting the air out of my bag. Now, you don't have to do it this way. If you want to just start spooning it in, you can. But I've got it in my Ziploc bag, and I'm just going to chop a little bit off the corner. Whoops. And then I'm just going to very, very carefully pour it in. Now, if you want to tomorrow, it'll probably be ready tomorrow. This is probably the best time. I'm just putting it in and then just giving it a shake. And I promise you that it will set. You can top it with cream and some strawberries. You just have to beat another half cup of cream again. So I'm pouring it in and then I'm just giving it a bit of a wiggle. I just find that it works well if I do it this way because I'm a bit of a rusher. And it is quite rich, so I'm not doing all right. So girls, that's pretty much it. That's your you've made the mixture now and you've popped it in your bowls. So you do need to pop it in the fridge, and as the recipe says, about 2 hours, and then it gets that nice firm consistency. Now, you might find that it's easier to put your bowls on a little baking tray if that's easier for you, and then you can sort of pull them in and out in a group rather than just putting them in individually. And then tomorrow or whenever you're going to have them, you can decorate them with a little bit more whipped cream and some strawberries or a little piece of mint as well.